securing barely 30% of that vote, with over 90% of voting districts declared. The DA is sitting very comfortably at 55%. That's 4 percentage points lower than 2014. We're going to head to Cape Town shortly with our reporter Bulelani Phillip. But let me just tell you what Cape Town is then looking like at the moment. So the DA is now sitting at 55.46%. The ANC at 28.7% there, as you can see. And then we've got the EFF sitting at 3.8%, Good Party at 3.1%. And then the other parties all combined sitting there at 9.1%. That's after over 90% of those voting districts counted. So the DA quite comfortable there in the Western Cape at this point. All right, let me cross over then to Bulelani Phillip, who is in the Western Cape then, and he will take us through those election results. Bulelani, good evening to you. Take us through what's going on in the Western Cape. It does seem that Good Party has sort of popped up there. We would have expected the Good Party to pop up in the Western Cape. Have they made any kind of a dent to the DA? It seems as though the DA is quite comfortable.
Well, good evening to you, Flo, and to the viewers. Of course, you're coming to us as it is a graveyard shift. If I look just behind me, a lot of the political parties have left. I suppose they're coming to the understanding that the results may not change very significantly overnight, and the results as they stand are not going to be changing any way that is going to change the situation as it is now. As you've said in your intro, the DA sitting comfortably at 55%, and given that 90% of the voting districts have been declared, I don't foresee that they will be dropping below the 50% mark and making them the outright winner in the province, meaning that they would not need any other political party to go into coalition with in terms of governing. Of course, the ANC was hopeful that they will be tapping into the weaknesses that were experienced by the DA over the past years or so, given their ramblings and the conflict and the tension with Patricia de Lille, which actually ended up leading to that exit of Patricia de Lille from the DA. But of course, the ANC did not quite, exploit that kind of weakness. The DA coming out stronger. Of course, I would say the big winner in this election is the new kid on the block, Good Party of Patricia de Lille, securing about 3.1% at the moment. Of course, that will mean that they will probably have a representation in the provincial legislature. But the one thing that I've noted, Flo, out of the results is that there were over 13,000 spoiled ballots in this province. And those spoiled ballots actually exceed the number of votes of 42 other political parties that actually contested the elections in the province. So there's quite a significant number of people who deliberately or by mistake actually led to them having spoiled ballots. So as things stand now, the DA is the front runner, and come tomorrow morning around midday, the IEC says it's going to make its final provisional results, of course, for the province. Obviously, provisional results must be confirmed by the national IEC. Flo?
Coming to us from the Western Cape there. It's unfortunate to hear that with about 13,000 spoilt ballots there. So something that Bulelani has picked up there in the province. So it does seem that it's kind of tickets, isn't it, then, for the other parties, as the DA seems to have been very comfortable in the Western Cape. Not much of a dent as might have been expected by some of the analysts from the Good Party. But nonetheless, as for a new party, they have managed to make it into the top 4 then in the Western Cape. We'll bring you more election results, more details. We'll be crossing to our other provinces and giving you updates as to what's happening in those other provinces as well. So do stay with SABC.